Good morning or afternoon or evening, depending on where you're at in the world. Today, I'm gonna break this video up into two parts. Part one is gonna be an update on my digestion and what I'm taking medicinally or herbally that my naturopath has given me. And also what I'm changing to hopefully heal my digestion over the course of the next month. Yeah, so let's get started. In the mornings, I'll eat fruit. Something light, not hard to digest, and just quick energy. So usually a smoothie. Sometimes I'll do a bowl of oatmeal, but that has been on days where I'm not feeling so full in the morning, and I haven't had many of those days. For lunchtime, believe it or not, I've actually been eating Chipotle. So we live literally right beside a Chipotle, and it's nearly impossible when my boyfriend comes home with Chipotle and he's like, hey, do you want me to grab you Chipotle? And I'm like, of course I want you to grab me Chipotle. It's very hard to say no to that because then I don't have to cook lunch and blah, blah, blah. You understand. So I have been eating Chipotle. My order is as follows. I get hard taco shell with a soft shell on the side, brown rice, both beans, so Fritas, mild salsa, corn, guac, and lettuce in that order. So I'll have 2 of those tacos for lunch, and that is usually the thing that starts to wake my digestion up. And in a good way. Honestly, my digestion after eating Chipotle is usually pretty good. I don't know why, but it is. Dinner has been different. So I've really been struggling with dinner, because I'm getting home pretty late from work, making, cooking dinner kind of a late thing, especially if you have an early morning, or especially if I have an early morning the next day. So that changed last night. Last night I cooked a curry, just a really simple curry with potatoes, cauliflowers, peas, a little bit of brown basmati rice, and then lentils. And that felt so good in my stomach. It settled so well. I had no indigestion. I haven't gone to the bathroom yet, which is kind of weird. I'm thinking maybe I just need to drink some more water. Diet-wise, I'm sticking to that. I'm doing cooked foods, and the only thing raw I'm really eating is maybe lunch I'll have, and that's just the whole other thing. Like, I haven't been eating a whole lot of raw foods. So the smoothie digests really well. Fruit is pretty easy on me. But I have not been having any greens. I haven't really had any raw vegetables, and always a cooked dinner until I can get this stuff figured out, just to hopefully make it a little bit easier for my digestive tract to actually do its job. So, talking about what my naturopath has said, I've been seeing him for about half a year now, and it started with extreme fatigue and the symptoms I was feeling from my birth control, and he originally put me on Endopath F and Lymph Tone 3. And I had a great experience with these two. My cramps from my period got a whole lot lighter. The first day was always the worst for me. And yeah, the Endopath F I think really did a lot for that. And my fatigue got so much better so quick. I do still have fluctuations in my energy levels throughout the month. I think that that's inescapable when you're taking the pill. But these guys have made it such a better experience for me, and I will probably continue to take them as long as I am on birth control. I also had this weird hive-like rash on my shins. So I've had it since I was probably 11 or 12. I got bit by bugs one time, and it was pretty bad. I had this allergic reaction, and ever since then I've pretty much had the same symptoms. So he has been putting me on a whole bunch of different anti-parasitic mixtures, liquids, and they've helped greatly. It's crazy. I've seen dermatologists, I've asked doctors, and no one could ever give me answers. This guy took one look at my legs and he was like, parasites, yes, I understand. And he's just been bouncing me to all these different anti-parasitic blends, all these plant-based botanical medicines, and it's worked. So I now have clear shins, and it's pretty amazing because for the first time in almost 10 years, I am not afraid to walk outside in public with my legs showing. So it feels pretty good. The one I'm on now is Core Artemis Blend, or Artemisis Blend. And it tastes horrible. It has a lot of clove in it, but it's totally worth it. The last part is that he is treating me for is my congestion. So I have mentioned this, I think in the previous video, that along with my digestion being bad, my congestion is just horrendous right now. He put me on sinus tone, which I imagine is kind of similar to the idea of lymph tone. Let's see here. I don't know if that's focusing. Is that focusing? Yeah. Ta-da! This is the probiotic my doctor put me on. I was taking just like a women's health probiotic, but he thought this would be a little bit better for my specific symptoms. And then on top of that, before I started to see my naturopath, I took Triphala and ashwagandha just based off of some recommendations from an Ayurvedic practitioner. And these are Ayurvedic herbs. Ashwagandha is healthy stress response, so an adaptogenic herb. And then Triphala is for your digestion and a colon cleanse. So I translate that as it helps you go to the bathroom, which could be helpful in my case right now. So yeah, those are two. I'm taking one of each of those every day. Food wise, I'm just going to try to keep it super simple. I'm not going to eat a whole lot of raw food. I'm going to try to cook as much of my food as I can, or at least like blend my fruit into a smoothie. Just make it a little bit easier to digest, and hopefully by the end of the month I have better news for you guys in that realm. One more thing that I think is totally worth mentioning is that everything that I'm talking about, that I'm taking, is definitely specifically for my body. So I don't recommend going out and buying these herbs assuming that they're going to do the same things for you that they're doing for me. Do your research before you start taking herbs and find the scientific studies done on these different holistic methods. Not everything you hear is going to have a whole lot to back it up. Alright guys, so having gone back and edited that video, I'm realizing that it's plenty long, and I'm just going to split it into 2 parts. That's the end of this video, guys, and I am so excited that I finally have a YouTube channel. I still can't believe I'm doing this. I'm so proud of myself. And yeah, so let's just keep it transparent. Let's keep it real. I never thought I'd be sitting in front of a camera with this beautiful face mask on. Talking to whoever wants to watch this video, but here we are, and you know what, it's a really liberating feeling, and my self-confidence on a day-to-day basis, having since started my YouTube channel, has grown tremendously. So I might even make a video on that itself. Yeah, cool. Alright guys, bye.